Hey, what's going on, everyone? I'm going to start off with the dollar. Looks like I recovered a little bit, a little bounce today. So far, we are opening down. So we made a high, we made a double top with a higher low, or a lower high. Excuse me. Came all the way down, not necessarily into any kind of support yet. So this may be a resistance, back into a resistance bounce. We'll see as the 8 crosses over the 13 and see if we can get some longer term downside action. Treasury note. Looks like it's lost its gas. Got an extension move here. Little sideways action. It is bouncing now off of this tiny low so far. But it feels like a extension move and then the fall over. So look for previous low breaks and downside. As we got support at 220, also at 213, all the way down at 2. So it has a ways to go if it's going to do some kind of a retracement. The S&P, nice. Came down into support, made a double bottom, and boom. Look for a flat top break on this one. Looks like it's rare in the go. Let's see if we got a weekly. Looks like a 1-2 punch coming in. 1-2 punch. Bullish retracement fully all the way back into support, previous pattern. And now it is bouncing and it wants to break. Look for a 1-2 punch there. Pretty nice. The Dow. So far for this Tuesday. Looks like it reached the top, it got rejected, but now it's bouncing off. Got a tiny bit of a double bottom working. Let's see if it'll break previous highs for the week. Still one of those spinning tops so far. Let's take a look at the S&P longer term. I just thought everyone's going to sell off in December, and they usually do that for taxes. Sell off all the profits. I don't see any of that yet. Still waiting. Crude, definitely a breakout. Breaking into previous lows. We got previous low at 55.78. And then the next previous low at 70. Pretty sure it's getting up to 60. In and around 60. We got a previous high at 58.75. Taking out this hammer on the upside. Previous high breaks, flat top break, whatever you want to call it, came across, consolidated, made a nice little hammer, inverted hammer, and now it's breaking. That's a monthly chart. Looks like I made a new high today and bounced back a little bit. Looking for this to get up to 60. Trying to break previous highs right now. Previous lows. All the way to 60 is where I'm guessing. Previous high. Previous lows. Previous low. 58.55 to be exact, but anything could happen. I'm looking for a round number in and around 60. First target, and then after that it's to 70. But sooner or later I'll have to catch its legs. Nice reverse head and shoulders on a long-term chart, flat top break. We got previous lows. Lots of work all the way to 100 if it can. Do some NASDAQ. Still following that trend line. Looks like it came down into support, gathered its legs a little bit. Still getting rejected though. That's a bearish retracement. That was your best sell. Buy order. Selling short. So far it's keeping the line, but we're working from a looks like a triple top with a lower high. We also have the cross and the bearish retracement into that resistance. We got support at 46.43. Let's see what happens. It's got to break previous lows. We got a double bottom up here, right where the ema8 34 is. We also have a double top here, which is that's where it's bouncing into previous lows. So is this the top, or is it just gathering its legs, coming back down into support? Longer term, 8 cross over the 13 would spell a longer term bearish on a weekly chart. Don't trade the crosses, but those are your trends, your indicators. I mean, by the time you traded this cross, I mean, it's already, you know what I mean? It's just an indication of what's to come for longer term reasons. But it is following that line, pretty steep line at that. We have got that double bottom down here. That looks like a bearish retracement. Watch out below. Coal looks like it reached the top. It's got a bearish harami going on right now on that daily close. A little exhaustion and then a bearish harami. 2-bar pattern. See if it's confirmed on the way down. Definitely a break above that pattern. Let's see if it'll come back into support before it wants to take off again. Shanghai lost its gas, coming back down in support. We'll see where it stops. It's got to break previous lows, come back down into support, which is down here. Got a bunch of wicks right here at 31.34. Shanghai Exchange, Shanghai Composite, that is. We definitely have a top action going on at 34.04. So let's see if it catches the 8 and bounces, makes a nice U, and continues onwards, upward. The next resistance is at 34.11, 34.12. Nikkei. I think it had a little trouble on this candle. We are working with a double top. Now with tri-tips, 3 wicks pointing up. It looks pretty bearish from here. Let's see where it stops on the way down. Anything could happen. It's just got to take out that reversal bar. We got support at previous high. In around 18, let's call it. And then we got support all the way back down to 17. And the ema8 is the one to watch for support is 17.6 whereabouts. So look for a bounce off the ema8. That is the most important to stay above on a bullish trend. And it looks like it's in a trend, so look for a bounce. Working off a double bottom. There we go. Gold, still just an annoying little thing. You can see the accumulation coming in. So we got the, excuse me, we had the election day, all the way back. It came all the way up into this other side of the pattern, broke down, broke previous lows, came down, and then for 4 weeks now we have this little accumulation. Looks like one of those stepping actions. There is a bottom, but where it is, kind of sideways, but you can see the breakdown and then the accumulation. So where's it going to turn? We got previous highs over here, previous pattern. It needs to close upwards in this area here for a week. Also, it has a lot of work to do after the breakdown. This is a weekly chart. Still needs to come all the way back up into resistance and make an opposing point. We are still down trending. Breaking previous lows. It'd be nice to close above this area. But something's got to give. You can see that on a daily chart, you can see the first cross, the A, B, bottom. It's just got to cross that 8 and consolidate, and then cross the 13 and consolidate. It needs a lot of work. You can see how tight that is, though. It's going to pop. You got the A, B, bottom. It's going to pop. I just wish it'd hurry up. It's definitely accumulating. It's definitely coming to a point where the pattern is going to break. And that pattern is that resistance line, the 8. It's got to break. I think it will. Silver, I thought it was going to pop above the pattern and consolidate, but it hasn't closed above yet. So we're coming back down in, watching that 8 cross on silver daily chart. Silver looks a lot better. You can see that accumulation and then the pop, and then the continuation, and then the opposing points coming in. Silver looks a lot better. We're just waiting for gold to turn. Let's see what's going on with copper. I think I missed copper yesterday till the last minute. We got a reversal bar here. Came down into support, came back up. Let's see if it'll flat top break this thing on a daily chart. Looks healthy. Anything could happen. It's got a long ways to go to gather its legs. But if it wants to sideways consolidate, that is by all means good. Especially on copper, because we want copper to run with gold and silver this time. Let's take a look. Monthly chart. Nice run last month. The consolidation above the 34 is key. It could definitely come back into support, but right now, so far, we are holding the 34 on a monthly chart. That's the start of a bullish move. Once we get above that point, consolidate and move higher. GDX looks like it's still working. Bouncing for the week. Let's take that week. I got 117 points on GDXJ. Bottom is basing. It still hasn't done anything. I'm worried that this is going to be another bearish flag, though. So be careful. You know, that bearish flag, boom, bearish flag, boom, taking another leg down. It'd have to take out 33. So it's not too far off. So be careful. Another bearish flag coming into resistance here soon. So I bought down in support. I'm going to sell into resistance and see what happens. You can see that resistance over here, previous highs, previous lows. Needs a lot of work. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Looks like it had a little boost today. For the week, it's down still, making a reversal bar. Came down into support. Going to take out that reversal bar right there. That's a 2-bar pattern. Looks like a bearish piercing pattern there. And then a hanging man, bounce off the support. Could be a bearish retracement back into the reversal bar, but we'll see. Well, bounce off a previous support. So it's holding its own, and I don't see why not. It should be going up. Let's take a look at AG, see how we're doing. Daily chart broke out. Now we're sideways action, consolidation phase. Let's see. I'm contemplating whether or not to just put all my money in AG and trade it, and just trade it alone, because it's the one that moves that makes you money. So far, it's the first one that moved onto the upside. It's crossed the ema8, still in bearish territory. It's still got to come up and pass 34 on a weekly chart. But it broke out of the first pattern. It's consolidating. It looks pretty healthy. Let's see which one. Which one can we find? CLF. Let's see how that did. Came off from its highs. Nice U. Came back into support. That monthly chart, yeah, see, it's coming across. Definitely broke across the 34 on a monthly chart, so that's good. Look for any retracements, buy into support. A couple good ones. Let's take a look at GPL. See that U. So I'm in this one too. I thought it was going to go up a lot harder than that. Monthly chart. Let's take a look. Came back. Looks like it crossed. Came back in. Put another reversal bar. That's a reversal bar. Reversal bar. Let's see if we can get this thing back above ema8. So it's coming all the way back into support as the 8 crosses the 13, gather its legs. But we're working off a nice double bottom. Came down, double bottomed. Looking for support, maybe another buy at ema13 as the 8 crosses. We'll see. I think that's about it. I've been so busy, I really haven't concentrated on following anything. I shared a Facebook video, futuretrends.com, I guess. Did a interview with this guy that owns the Silver One Resources. It's newly traded, so I was keeping an eye on it. Let's see, just for the long-term chart, it's coming off of a bottom. Nothing yet to see. If it closes above previous lows, watch the previous high break at $1 on that one. Otherwise, it's just in between. I think that's about it, guys. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for liking. Let me know. Let me know what's going on out there, and then let's hope for the best on gold. It's gotta pop. I think once it pops, it's been taken down so hard. Once it pops, it's gonna pop pretty good. So let's keep an eye on that. I thought it would have done it already. We did put a nice double bottom in on the monthly, but that ceased to exist now. So there's no reversal bars. We got a spinning top so far for the month. It's that accumulation phase through time, and then price has to make a decision, up or down, above the 8, or is it going to fall below because resistance is too hard. You can see the resistance on that 8. Comes up, taps it. Comes up, taps it. This one got rejected. You could say that that popped and hit the other side, and then it now is gathering its legs again. So the next pop, I'm wondering if it can get over 1200. It's a $40 hike. I don't see why not. It's going to happen. When it happens, it's going to pop hard. That's, I mean, this thing has been drugged through the dirt, and it's almost right there. It's almost right there. But anything can happen. If the dollar takes off, watch for another step down on this thing. So we need to get above previous highs. The previous breakout, that left shoulder of that reverse head and shoulders. We need to get above there on a weekly basis to start gathering our legs. But that's it. I appreciate you guys. I'll see ya.